Just when we were hoping temperatures should or would be getting a little bit warmer, the cold strikes again. Join with me as Brett McCrummon with some chilling details.
Yeah, chilling is exactly right. We've got a cold front that's moving through the area right now. Let's go ahead and take a look as we see the return to wintry weather across our region. Now we are going to see temps falling into the single digits above and below zero. Pacific moisture will move into the region, and that is going to make travel hazardous. We're going to look at areas of blowing snow. As how much snow as we're going to see, let's take this through Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday afternoon, and we're looking at anywhere from 8 inches in Livingston, 5 inches here in Billings, 7 in Bozeman. The Beartooth and the Absarokas could see 1 to 3 feet of new snow, and more of that snow is on the way for our 7-day forecast. We'll have the complete forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Zoe?
All right, thanks, Brett. Well, firefighters are getting ready to head to Seattle for the annual Scott Firefighter Stair Climb. Today, they raised some money for the trip. Uber Brew hosted Pint Night, where the firefighters are selling pint glasses, which include 2 beers. Now, the stair climb is on March 10th, and it does involve a lot of climbing. 69 flights of stairs to be exact, 1,311 steps up at 788 vertical feet. The proceeds from the climb go to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Firefighters say the climb takes marathon or triathlon type endurance.
It's kind of a competitive way that we can stay in shape and raise some money at the same time. 69 flights with all of our gear and on air. The first half is okay, and 2/3 of the way up, it's tough, it's difficult, but it really doesn't matter whether people are doing it really quick or taking their time. It's 2,000 firefighters are out, all hanging out and doing the same cause. Is a pretty cool experience.
The fundraiser at Uber Brew runs until 8 o'clock tonight. Another Pint Night is scheduled next Saturday from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Canyon Creek Brewery. Keeping your clothes clean, something that can be overlooked and underappreciated when it comes to helping others. The Junior League of Billings helped people with just that today, their laundry. The group's laundry program has been in the works for 3 years now. In the program, the Junior League pays for using the washing machines and dryers and gives people detergent and other supplies to use. Now, the program helps the homeless, families, and those who need just a little extra help.
They find a charity, and I think this is great. This is their thing every month.
Laundry is an expense that a lot of people don't think about. We think about our house, we think about food, but we have to have clean clothes, clean sheets, clean towels. It's really amazing. I'm so glad that they reached out to us.
Doing just a little laundry can really add up, and people are always so thankful. So it's great to know that we are helping people that really need it, and every time we do, they've been super appreciative. So it's wonderful.
The Junior League will hold another laundry day at BYO Laundry at 46 Broadwater on March 23rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Today, children had a chance to skate onto the ice and play some hockey for the first time. About 30 kids came to Centennial Ice Arena for Try Hockey for Free. USA Hockey helps the Billings Amateur Hockey League with the event to promote the sport. The coaches showed the kids how to skate and shoot, all while having fun.
The best thing about hockey is anyone can do it. You can be girl, boy, 12 years old or 5 years old. You can start at any time. The hardest part is skating. Being able to stand up on skates is pretty hard. Typically you see girls pick it up faster than boys do. Their center of balance is a lot better at younger ages than boys.
The Billings Amateur Hockey League will hold its next Try Hockey for Free in November. Girls across Montana were able to get a hands-on experience in science, technology, engineering, and math today. MTN's Jonathan and Barron reports from the STEM Roundup.
More than 100 5th through 8th grade girls came to Helena Saturday for a closer look at the STEM fields. Exploration Works held its 7th annual Girls STEM Roundup at Carroll College.
We want girls to be exposed to a wide range of STEM careers, not just scientists, biologists, but also what is it like to be a mathematician, an engineer, and how they kind of all work together, all the STEM fields work together.
The event began with a live video presentation from Marissa Gorky, a research associate at Palmer Station in Antarctica.
So it was a great chance for girls to see or learn about a career they maybe never thought about.
After that, the girls broke up into workshops where they tried out activities that ranged from engineering to health to computing. In many cases, they worked with women with experience in those fields.
They get to do hands-on activities to kind of learn about what those professionals do on a regular basis and how they solve problems and how you use a STEM to solve problems.
Organizers say this is an important age for girls to be exposed to STEM.
A lot of times when girls are in middle school age, they start to lose interest in science, or they feel like they're maybe not as strong as the boys in their class. So to build confidence and give them the skills now when they're in middle school will really help them in high school and in college.
They hope the roundup can show girls all the ways they can use those skills.
I hope girls just get a chance to see what STEM is all about and all the different fields that are available so they can start to think about their future. And also just to think like a scientist, to ask questions and be critical thinkers.
In Helena, Jonathan Amberian, MTN News.
Thank you, Jonathan. Well, last month, Fish, Wildlife and Parks captured and collared 40 pronghorn antelope in the Madison Valley. And in this week's Outdoor Report, Winston Greeley tells us how those efforts are part of a bigger push to learn more about Montana's big game migrations.
Recently in the Madison Valley, capture crews made quick work collaring pronghorn for a new migration study. This research, made possible by a new federal grant, will help wildlife managers conserve one of Montana's largest pronghorn herds.
When you see a pronghorn population that has a long distance migration, it's important for us as stewards of the land to hopefully help to maintain that so that they can continue to exploit those seasonally abundant resources, continue the migrations that could have been part of their makeup for millennia.
One of the big concerns here in the Madison Valley and other places in Montana is how roads, fences, and new development could impact historic migration routes.
If we can learn about the important migratory corridors and movement habits of these pronghorn, maybe we can work together with landowners and folks in the county to help protect and preserve important corridors.
To look at big game migrations across the western U.S., the Department of Interior issued grants last fall. This allowed Montana to pursue research with new technology to learn more about Montana's big game movements.
There's a new emphasis on how they move within their habitat and even between seasonal habitats in terms of migration corridors. And that emphasis comes from the improved technology. And we can just see things from those kinds of data that we couldn't see before.
Once these corridors are known, FWP can work with landowners and others to help protect those areas.
What we're trying to accomplish is to facilitate local communities, local landowners, local land managers working together to identify the priority needs of what is needed to make sure that those animal movements are conserved into the future.
Partnerships that will help Montana's future big game herds continue their historic migrations. I am Winston Greeley, out among Montana's fish, wildlife, and parks.
The Madison Pronghorn study will last for 2 years. Well, thanks for watching the 5:30 News here on Q2. The Historical Museum at Fort Missoula is set to open a new exhibit dedicated to the Vietnam War. Coming up, we're going to take a look at that very conflict through the eyes of a Frenchtown Marine. And later in sports, it's Cat Grizz Round 2. The women kick things off in Missoula. Highlights on the way.
You're watching MTN News with Zoe Zandora. Storm Tracker weather with Rob Griggs. And sports with Casey Conlon. This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.